Okay, welcome everyone. Today is the third Zoom chat in our 4-week series. Thank you for joining us. I was just telling everyone I thought I had pushed record, but I didn't, so I had to start over. It is our third week this week, and we're halfway home. We're halfway finished with this challenge, and I just wanted to thank you for your part in the first half of the challenge, but also for finishing strong and being included and to keep going with the last half. So this is a really short challenge, and so it's very doable, right? So thank you so much for being part of it. And I was just also telling them about gratitude. I've been reminded the last few days several different times, like I saw something on Facebook with this energy worker, and I saw some, I watched a TED Talk yesterday talking about gratitude and how we need to have more gratitude in our life for other people, and we just need to appreciate what we do have. We're always worried about what we don't have or how people are showing up in our lives for us. But, as a leader in doTERRA, I've been reminded the last few days that no matter what, I need to show up for people and be there for them. And it's not how they show up for me, it's how I show up for them. And just to be a constant in people's lives, because you never know what's going on in their lives personally. And we just need to show up for others and be available to them. And, it'll be reciprocated for us at some point in time, right? But you just can't worry about that right now. You can only worry about you and focus on you and focus on love and loving other people, and it will come full circle. So you never know what people are going through in their lives, and I've just been reminded of that constantly lately, and just to show up. We kind of talked about that last week. There was a quote at the end of my my other PowerPoint presentation. In fact, let me pull that up really fast because it was, I can't remember it verbatim, but it was really good. Let me just hurry and find that. Let's see. Oh, I don't think I have it pulled up. I think I canceled out of it. But anyway, it said something to the effect that we just need to never give up and to show up for people. It said to dress up too, right? Dress up, make sure that you look the part of what you want, and be, if you want to be successful, you need to put on that same appearance, but just to show up for people in their lives, and it will bless your life, right? But it will also be a blessing to theirs. So giving service always makes me have this just amazing gratitude and love in my heart. So anyway, that's just a little side note today to get us started. And I wanted to ask you a couple of questions at the very beginning. For those that are on, looks like I have Kevin and Chris and Nat on so far. But I wanted to ask you guys, if you're willing to volunteer, kind of what your why is in this business. I asked several different questions on there, but what is the main focus, like the main thing in your business that you want to portray to other people? You want to show, that's how you want to show up for them. Any ideas?
Do you mean your business why or your regular why?
It can be either. It can be your personal why, or it can be your business why. Either one.
Okay, well, because I had a personal why before I had a business why.
Okay, let's hear it.
And so my personal why was just because I was looking for more natural alternatives to medications, and how to improve your health. And so that search led me to doTERRA. And then when I started learning about that, then my why even changed, because then I could apply that to my family, because that's what I was looking for.
Mm-hmm.
But then when I learned that and what it could do for my family, then my why changed a little more.
Mm-hmm.
It changed to helping others, because people would say, "What are you doing?" or "What is that you're putting in your mouth?" And so, and then, or "What is that smell?" And so so that changed into, well, other people are interested in hearing this.
Mm-hmm.
So so I thought, okay, well then I felt led to tell them about it, you know, and then teach them about it if they wanted to learn about it.
That's true.
So that's where my why is now. You know, it could even change a little more maybe.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
No, and it will.
So that's,
it continues to change. It morphs. It does.
yeah.
Absolutely. Okay. Anyone else want to share their why, and maybe it's changed over the last couple of years?
I would tune in with my dual why. As someone who started in healthcare, I've seen a lot of things that drag out in healthcare. And for example, they say in healthcare, we know maybe 5 or 6%. And we don't tell you that.
Mm-hmm.
We don't tell you that we only know about 5 or 6%. And so everything is scientifically studied and everything, and we promote the science behind healthcare, but we don't tell you that we only know 5 or 6% of the knowledge that we know.
Wow.
So that leaves 94% or more that we don't know. So that's a lot that we claim that we don't know. And the FDA and other things are very slow at implementing things. So that's part of the why. And that's going back all the way back to 1998, 97, when I started studying these other things under the Hillary Clinton was the first lady at the time, and she was promoting a big healthcare promotion and things like that. And I started reading some other things. Anyways, that's part of my why that had me looking into alternative things and reading about how much we sadly don't really know.
Right.
And there is the other things that's like, okay, on the business side, it's crazy that yes, we make, I mean, a lot of American families make very little, even when we're educated, and it makes you wonder. I went to a presentation, and I'll make this as quick as possible. I went to a presentation about a year ago, living here in St. George, for the University of Utah for a master's program, since I have my bachelor's. And they have a satellite campus here in St. George, and this was for a master's program. And they said, if you got this master's and you intended to stay here in St. George, you'd only be making on average $17 an hour. And that was just very sad for having a master's degree.
Right. That's
and that was only, and they said that was the St. George people who only intended to stay here. They said if you went in other aspects of here in Utah, you'd make more. They said St. George, unfortunately, and I'm not going to go in what the master's was the lowest portion of earnings within the state with that master's. And that was sad.
That is sad. That is sad. Yes. So doTERRA can be a great avenue for helping you with your health and wellness goals, right? But also with your personal and your financial goals too. So, and my why keeps morphing too. Just so you know, it just keeps changing. It keeps growing. Keeps getting stronger. Actually, my why is very, very strong. Anyone else that wants to share their personal why with us? Why you use doTERRA products, or why you're building a business? It's your personal why or your business why. Does anyone else want to share? Okay, well, I'll just hurry and quickly pipe in really fast just to say that I think we all start out really honestly, kind of like Chris said, with the health aspect. That's how we all got started with doTERRA, is wanting to learn healthy alternatives to harmful medications. I mean, it's scary, some of the things. I mean, you just listen to the ads on television, right? This can help you with one thing, but it could cause yada, 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 yada. Oh, and a possible death. You're like, oh, I should take that. I totally want to die today. You know, so things like that, it's scary, right? It's scary where our medical profession is headed, honestly. It's really frightening. And I do trust Western medicine to a certain degree. So just so you know, don't think that I'm like, just completely Eastern. I do trust a little bit of the Western side of our medical field, but I do trust the Eastern side, because if you think about it, it's been around for thousands and thousands of years. Modern medicine's only been around for what, 70, 80 years? Did you say 2 decades? I mean, 2 centuries?
About 200 or so years is what we consider modern Western medicine.
Right, but I'm thinking medication. Sorry. So we really started diving into medications, like making medications in the laboratory about 70, 80 years ago. So probably more like 100 years for modern medication. But yeah, so we've been practicing together. I would agree with you, Kevin, on that for the last 200 years. But if you think about that, like, anywhere, depending on your view, but 2,000 to 10,000 years of human existence, whatever you believe in that time frame. We've been relying on plants for medicinal purposes. That's what we had before. And that's what we use, those plants. We use those plants, just their chemical structure to make the modern medicine, right? But they tweak it in the lab, and then all of a sudden we have the side effects. So why not just use it in its natural form like we're using and not have the side effects, right? I mean, so yeah, it is kind of scary. I think that most of us did start out with that. But from the business aspect of it, we have so much to offer people. And I know that I mentioned this last week on the call, but I'll say it again, that in my own personal circle, I only have a couple of friends that I can say that they make enough money that they're comfortable. And guess what? Those friends are in doTERRA. They're my upline leaders. So, I mean, honestly, I don't know that many people in my own personal circle that have enough that they don't ever have to worry about money again. And so for me, as my business why is to help other people achieve their goals and their dreams, and to better their circumstances, their current circumstances, and to make a little bit extra money, and to watch them grow as an individual. That's my business why, to watch them grow, but also to grow financially and help their families. So, okay, does anyone else want to contribute their why? Their personal why with doTERRA, or their business why? Okay, so then also, what is the main focus of your business? Like, what is, if you had to brand yourself today, we're going to talk about branding. If you had to brand yourself today, what would that look like? Like, what would your logo say about you? Or what would, I'm just like your business brand. And while you're thinking about that, because some of you are muted. If you want to talk, you're going to have to unmute yourself. But while you're thinking about that, let me just tell you why I chose Oilicious, right? I know that everybody probably thinks that's just the craziest term. But I actually bought a keychain at, I think it was My Oil Business before it became Oil Life. And it said Oilicious, and it was this little brown, and I got to find it because I think I still have it somewhere with a move, who knows. But it was this little brown leather tag, and it had punched on there, like kind of, engraved. It said Oilicious on it. And I was like, that is so cute. And so I bought a couple of them. I think I even sent them to my leaders, right? My very first leaders when I first started. We all started together. And I just thought, that's perfect for me because I cook with the oils, right? I use them in my water every single day. They taste delicious. And I've got to educate people how they can save calories and fat and sugar and, preservatives and all these different things by cooking with essential oils. And I am a cooking teacher by trade, nutrition teacher. So it made sense to me to brand myself as Oilicious. And also, I'm kind of on the 40s edge of, I'm kind of more on the aging side now, but I'm fighting it. So I want to stay youthful. So I'm like, I'm going to use the oils to stay youthful, dang it. And so, I want to use that as kind of a brand, like oh, we can still look good. And in fact, if you follow me tomorrow, that's my post for tomorrow. It's talking about, I've been doing these Coco Chanel posts, but one of them is talking about her 20s and her 30s and her 40s and her later years. That's my post for tomorrow. So stay tuned. But, just things like that. I just want to stay youthful. I want to be fun and exciting and vivacious, I guess is what I'm looking for. So vivacious, oilicious, right? So that's another part of my branding. Does anyone else want to share kind of what they would choose for their branding?
Mine, as you know, Amy, is my wellness.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that I'm not patting myself on the back or anything, but I like to take care of people.
Mm-hmm.
And so these little drops of wellness, from me to my baby bird Peeps, so to speak, that's kind of my branding. I'm working on my logo, but
Okay.
I love that. We talked through that and worked on that. But yeah, my wellness, because it covers wellness.
Mm-hmm.
And also looking out for others.
Right. And looking after our little baby peeps, right? Our own children, because that's where it starts. It starts in the home, right? And that's our main focus. And then as we kind of expand that circle of influence, and that we get more and more people into the nest. We bring more people into the nest, actually, and take care of them, put them under our wings, right? Or like a little mother hen, we put them under our wings and we take care of them. And I love that. I think it's very powerful because you and I mean, a lot of us, I think, are empaths, and we really feel what other people are feeling, and we want to take care of others. And that's just our innate nature, is to take care of others. And so I really like your brand, Nat, and I think you've done a great job of that. So keep it up. Yes, well, I like your logo that you have on Facebook. It's really cute. So
I can be friends with other people in this group on that page if they would like to.
yes, so if you want to join Nat's Facebook group, it is My
For my-
Wellness on Facebook. So yeah, she has quite a large following, and it keeps growing. It's fun to watch. So anyone else have?
I think I'm going to take this one.
Okay.
Oil back.
What is it?
Oil back.
Oil back?
Well, and it can work under the idea that we were talking about earlier within my oiled machine, and then put oil back. And what I was reading something last night. My friend, who is a chiropractor, posted an article on Facebook last night. And the article, just being brief, the article that he posted on Facebook last night was an article that said that lower back pain is one of the biggest reasons that people see doctors. And it was an article that said that prescribing medicine for lower back pain should be the last resorts. And his comment was, duh. Anyways.
Yeah, no, it's good.
And I just Googled oil back, and nobody seems to be doing it. And one of the first things that popped up was lavender for back pain, peppermint for back pain, and essential oils. A couple of these things were the first 3 or 4 things that popped up.
Okay.
So I was like, you know what? It's a weird one, and it could work. Even what we were talking about with well-oiled machine as sort of a tagline, oil back.
Oh, I love it. Because on my t-shirts, I used to have one, those little keep calm t-shirts, but mine said keep calm and oil on, but you could put oil back. I like it. And then, have a picture of a back or something. So it shows the spine or the lower back, really.
Well, I still have on my cards sort of the shoulder and the.
Yeah, show them. Do you have your business card right there? Yeah, I like that. And show them the whole thing. Scooch it over a little bit right there. Okay. So you can see his is the well-oiled machine, and I love that because our bodies are a machine, right? And if we oil them, we take good care of them, they're going to be a well-oiled machine. It just makes sense. And he really wants to work with the medical profession since that is his kind of specialty. So I love it. Oil back because you're giving back too, right? You're giving back, but you're also oiling their back to help them feel better. I love it. I really do. So we got to find some cool little thing to do on Facebook, little logo. Okay, perfect. Thank you, Kevin, for sharing. Anyone else that wants to share? And some of you might still be working on your labeling, but I think if you know how it is on television and magazines, like brand recognition is huge, right? You see that little wave, and without the Coke label, you know it's Coke. By just that simple little wave, it doesn't even have to say Coke, right? But to brand ourselves is really huge in our business and kind of gets us out there like, it's not just me, but this is my message. That's what it's portraying, is giving that message back to people. So anyone else before we move along? And I can work with you guys on this too. I can help you brainstorm a whole bunch of different ideas, kind of what you want to label yourself as. And maybe you have a picture in your head, like if I could design my own business cards, it would have a picture of this, right? And then we can find some different things to go with that. I love oranges. I just love citrus fruits, but specifically orange. The smell of a freshly opened up or a sliced orange, it's always been a comfort smell for me. And I think it's funny because I have, oranges as my label. And then as soon as I labeled myself with the oranges, Karina started doing the lemons. I just had to laugh, but it's awesome because now she's the lemon drop and mine's oilicious, but the O's and my oilicious, they're the oranges, like it's cut half open. And so, I just had this picture in my head of how I wanted it to look, like a drop of oil coming or juice coming out of an orange. And so think about that, what your business cards would look like, what your logo would look like, and that might help to figure out the actual title of your brand. So anyone else before we move on?
Amy, hi, it's Kendra.
Hey, Kendra.
It's kind of loud at my house, so I've been listening.
Okay, no, you're good.
Well, I've been, I'm the Aroma Touch gal. I'm really drawn to that. And since I'm an esthetician, I really believe in touch. And I believe in these oils. I just know they're from God. And so I guess the way I'm thinking and headed is I like it. I don't know if it's really used a lot. It's kind of out there, but it's Touch of Heaven.
Touch of Heaven. Oh my gosh, I seriously love it. Because, okay, so I talked about you last week on the call. I don't know if you got to listen to the recording.
I heard you, and I was like, I want to chime in, but it was very loud here.
Okay, yeah. So
I heard you.
Kendra is a massage therapist by trade and an esthetician. So not only is she trained to touch your whole entire body, but your face and your neck and your shoulders, specifically for a facial. So she has the whole body encompassed in her training, honestly, skincare and healthcare, all tied into one. And so you have two incredible things going. But I also mentioned last week that you're a mom, right? And like other moms are going to be drawn to you because you have a young family. You're like me. We have kind of the young and the old family, but you have younger kids than even I have. And so you've got them all ages, and that way it makes you an expert on all different age groups of children. So you have three expertise, and I can actually point out the fourth because you've mentored me in the Bible. So you've got so many expertises that, the Touch of Heaven, I think it's beautiful, honestly. I can see it on a business card, honestly. I can see it. So we should work on that. I think it's perfect.
Oh, thanks, Amy. I would love your help.
Yes. Well, you've got it. So plan on it. Anything else you wanted to mention, though? Did you cover everything you wanted to say?
Yeah, that's the direction I just really feel. When I went to the Aroma Touch class to get certified, I just felt like it's so strategic, the whole application for the Aroma Touch and the oils and the combination. It's just so, I just feel like it's directly related to the Lord and his plan for healing. And I've been at home now. I just started going back into the workforce, and just being at home with my kids, it makes me appreciate moms so much and their need for the Aroma Touch, you know, because it unlocks so many things that, you know, emotionally. And I love praying for people. So just incorporating touch with prayer is so huge, you know, because what I can't do, God can.
Right.
So that's what my real heart is with doTERRA. I mean, I see so many benefits in just the oils, but, you know, as a ministry, it can go so far.
Right. Well,
I just hope God.
Go ahead, finish. Sorry.
Oh, no, you're fine. Go ahead.
No, you were saying, but you just hope that God.
That God is able to use it in whatever way he feels to.
Right. And I think if you just keep praying for that he uses you for his glory, for his mission for you, but for other people you come into contact, then you're going to be led. You'll be led where you need to go and who you need to touch. And I actually have that in my notes for today. I've been putting them on my phone, my notes on my phone, so that I have them, because I don't know if you guys are like me, you write something down, you're like, where did I write that down? So I've just been putting everything in my phone. But I put on here, for me, that God is the ultimate healer. Yes, we have the tools, we have prayer, we have these oils to help us, but he is the ultimate healer, and we need to take it to him first and foremost, but then also, you know, do our best to help the situation with the gifts that he's given us, which are these amazing oils. And so I think that's huge to remember, is that he is the ultimate healer and we are not, right? Without him, we can't do anything. And so we just need to pray that he uses us as his vessel, or as his tools. So I love that. Thank you. Thank you for sharing.
I'm going to mute myself again, but thank you.
Thank you for sharing. Anyone else that wants to share? And some of you might still be working on your logo, kind of your goal, of what you want to have. But I did put on here in my notes that health is wealth. And, you know, at the very beginning of this challenge, I told you, I said, my first goal is to help people with their health. And then my second goal is to help them with their finances, if I can. And so the phrase just keeps going through my head over and over and over. But health is wealth, right? If we have health, we're able-bodied and we can carry on and we can make a living for our family. But if we're not able-bodied, we can't do that. And so we're going to really talk next week about self-care and, you know, the traits we need to have in our personal life and how we need to focus on making sure that we're taken care of, which is really hard. We want to take care of everybody else, but we do need to take care of ourselves personally and professionally. And do that personal development every single day so that we can take care of others. Because when our cup is full, then it's overflowing, right? And we have more to give. But when our cup is empty, we have nothing to give, even to ourselves, and that we need to love ourselves and take care of ourselves. So that's kind of a precursor for next week, just so you know. We're going to talk about kind of at the end. And maybe we should have done that at the very beginning, but I didn't want to overwhelm you. I just wanted to give you just a few little tools at the very beginning, which is, you know, the daily check-in with me, and to have a weekly goal, some weekly goals, and a monthly goal, you know. So I didn't want to overwhelm you with like, okay, you need to do this and this and this. I just wanted you to focus on the actual challenge. But then I'm going to give you a few more tools for your tool bag next week to kind of finish this out. So thank you for sharing that. And I know that by you sharing your stories, the people that they're on the call now that are listening, but also the ones that listen to the recording, are going to benefit from you telling your stories. So thank you so much for sharing. All right. So to get into today, I wanted to talk to us. We have about 20 minutes left. I wanted to talk to you about social media and how you can use social media for your business. Now, if you want to pipe in the next few minutes, I would ask you how you want to build your business, what your main avenue of getting where you want to go, right? So you need to have a skill set that takes you into building this business. So we covered some of those last time. We talked about, are you going to work with individuals? Are you going to work with businesses? Are you going to teach classes for, in your home? Are you going to teach classes at businesses? Are you going to do one-on-ones? Are you going to use social media? I mean, I gave you all the tools, the diffuser loans and the studies, things like this. What is going to be your main way to get into people's lives, right? And for some of you, you don't have a lot of time, and so you have to pick the most, the least, the least time-invasive way to build your business. So thinking about that, kind of be pondering that, and then rolling that over in your head, and maybe you can ask that towards the end. We'll come back to that question in just a second. So think about that, how you're actually going to be building your business. Because I think you have to have a combination of all of them. But for some of you, you're like, I just really don't want to teach a class, and I don't have time to send out the invitations, and I don't have time to follow up and all that stuff with each individual, because it is kind of disappointing. I'm going to say that you do all this work and you have 2 people show up. But Chris and I and Kendra talked about this a couple weeks ago. We said that, if you can make them RSVP and know that you only have 3 seats to fill or 5 seats to fill at this event, and that you want them to be one of them, then they might show up in a different way. It's different than just putting out the invitation and being hopeful that people come to your classes. Like, make them RSVP and make them commit to coming, and remind those few people, so maybe target more in on, okay, these are the 5 people that I want there this week. And then you can, open it up to your next group of people. But these are the ones that are on my top 5 of my 100 list, right? I want them in those chairs, and make them RSVP for an event like that. But it can be frustrating when you invite 60 people and, 5 show up. That can be frustrating. But at the same time, you have to realize that those people were meant to be in those seats, and sometimes quality versus quantity, right, is going to be in place there. So just keep thinking about that, because that is part of this challenge. I wanted you to kind of dabble in different things and what you want to do to build your business. I still want to have 1 monthly class at my house for continuing education, but to touch base with people and have that personal time to get together, like a group get together. I still want to do that, and I still will do that. So just so you know, February is short, and I have a birthday, and with Valentine's Day and this challenge, I haven't had a chance to have a class. But March, I'm planning on doing a cleaning your body, cleaning your home type class for my peeps that are local. But one thing I wanted to show you really fast is I did do my studies. This is one of my things that I did. So you guys can kind of get some ideas on how you can do your studies. But so we'll get to social media in just 1 second. But since we were talking about methods, I wanted just to quickly show you. So before I cover my studies, I wanted to show you this. So I went through, and I posted this in my newsletter, so you guys might remember this picture. But it's this cute little case that has 49 samples, and it's one of each of every single oil. Now, they're not filled yet. I just put the stickers on so I would know what to fill them with. But this is what I'm giving away next week on my newsletter for the person that gets the most entries. So how they get an entry is they place a 200 PV order, because it's going to be a big promotion month. Usually it's Deep Blue month next month. So you can kind of maybe start thinking about, okay, doTERRA's due for another 200 PV thing. What can I do to accelerate my business? But this is, by the time I finished, just so you know, I'm into this case, $20. I'm into all of these little sample vials. There's 49 of them. So I'm into this $16 to $20 just for the little vials, because the case didn't come with the vials. And then you put the oils in it, right? So it's my time. It's also all my oils. And I even have rose and jasmine in here. I have birch. And I also have the new oils, spikenard and petitgrain. And I added tangerine and dill for the cooking oils. But I have Melissa and Roman chamomile. So I'm going to put these oils together to motivate people to place orders for next month. So that's one of the incentives that I'm doing for March. And I put it in my February newsletter. I'm going to try to get my newsletter out a couple of days before March this month so that I can get everybody on the challenge, because I'm going to have a new challenge like this starting March 1st. It'll be pretty much the same. So I'm going to invite you guys, if you want to be part of the next challenge, you can be, but I'm not telling you that so you can drop out of this one. I'm just telling you that so that you can maybe even think about people that you would want to join this challenge. Now that you've been through it, you'll be the expert. You can help me to lead it. So I just wanted to quickly show you my studies that I've done. Where to start here. So I labeled it on the bottom what it is. So this one's an On Guard. So this isn't going to be my immune study. So in it, I put one, each day gets one On Guard throat drop, right, to suck on. I put 2 On Guard little beadlets, the little tiny, tiny beadlets, which I won't show you because they're so small. And then I also put 2 of the On Guard Plus soft gels in here. So there's 5 products per day. So I'd have to go through and tell them how to take them and how often, right, when, and how much to take. So I just got these at the dollar store. They were $1. So this is my On Guard one. And then I made some Serenity ones in these cute little things. So it goes like that. And then they'll also get, so they get 2, because the bottle actually says take 2 Serenity soft gels at night to get a restful sleep. And then I'm giving them some Serenity oil, which I've already filled. So this is one study for the sleep study. So that's that. So you guys can know the products that I'm using. And then this one was the Deep Blue, you can see. And it just has the Digest Zen soft gels, and it has 2 peppermint beadlets in there. So I put both of those. Okay, and then I did, because I had one lady, I think I sent you guys, a few of you, my top leaders I sent out anyway, that I was working with one of Jerry's coworkers. She's a teacher, and she's always sick. So I'm like, I'm going to see if she'll do one of my 4 studies, right? So I'm like, do you have any issues with sleep or pain or with the immune system? I thought she would jump all over the immune system, or sleep. I think it did say sleep, immune, pain, and what's my other one? We'll find out here. But she told me, she's like, no, but I have respiratory issues. I'm like, I didn't think about respiratory issues. And so I did a 5th study, right? So this one's the Breathe. So it has 1 Breathe drop in there, but it also has 2 of the, what did I put in here? Oh, these are the Tri-Ease. I was like, what is the soft gel? It's the Tri-Ease soft gel, but it has peppermint in it, right? It's going to help to open up the airway. But for allergies sufferers, asthma sufferers, I can't say that, but for allergies, asthma, any respiratory issue, I think it would be awesome, right? The allergies and asthma are the 2 main ones. And then I also put in there 2 peppermint beadlets for my Breathe study. And then my last one is the pain study. And this is the Deep Blue study. So it has 2 of the Deep Blue complex that they can take internally. And I think I might give them up to 4. I thought if it was a male, I would give them 4. So like 2 in the morning, 2 at night. But for the females, just 1 in the morning, 1 at night. So I'm going to take my extra ones with me. So when I go places, I'm like, oh, you're a male. So I'm going to have to add some extra in here, you know, because you're male. Or maybe I don't know, maybe make one of these that's a male. So when I run across them, they're already done. But then also I'm going to give them the Deep Blue Rub little foil packets, the little samples, right? So that just kind of shows you some of the, I mean, these were $1 at the dollar store, right? And then I had some of these products that I don't really use. Like I bought the Deep Blue for my husband, and he didn't really use it as often as I thought he would. So I'm like, I'm going to use it for somebody else. I got the Serenity Free in my convention kit, and I've only used a handful of those. So I just use products that I already have. You guys know that we get a lot of free product with doTERRA, especially when you're spending that 100 PB a month. You're going to be getting back anywhere from $10 to $30 in free products. So use that for studies like this, but also remember that I have extra stuff on hand, especially those that are local. But anyone, I have extra stuff. So utilize my things. All right, so really fast, I just wanted to show you the studies so you can be thinking, because I think the studies are going to be huge for me personally in my business. We'll come back to yours in just a second. Don't let me forget. But let me hurry and share my screen. And I wanted to show you my social media. And I just made it really super simple PowerPoint presentation. From the beginning, let's see, I need to move that. There we go. Slideshow from the beginning. Okay, here we go. So social media, this is one way to build your business. And I really do want to do social media, and I've dabbled in it and I've done a few things, but consistency is key. So you have to decide, okay, if you're going to do social media, you need to do social media. Like, you need to be on there every day posting so people know that you're serious. And just a couple of tidbits for you. If you have a personal page on Facebook, it should be 90% personal and 10% business. So people know that you do doTERRA, but it's not like overtaking your personal page, right? I have to be so careful on my personal page. I don't want to burn out my good friends on my business stuff. So then I have 2 other Facebook pages. One is for my users and shares, and that's my Oilicious page. And then I also have my Oilology page, which just has just my leaders on there. So if you guys are not on my Oilology, which is the study of oils, right? If you're not on that page, then we need to add you. So on my business pages, it's like 90 to 100% pretty much of just doTERRA business. But am I super consistent on posting on there? No. Do I need to be better? Yes, doTERRA puts out posts for you. All you have to do is share them. It literally takes like 30 seconds to share a post from doTERRA. So every day you should be checking doTERRA International, right? And that's one of our first things. Let me go back here. So I'm coming back to that. So here's social media. Email is one way to do. If you're not really big on social media like Facebook and everything, you could just do simple emails. Let me go back to that. So you could do email, a newsletter. I know that Chris and a few of my leaders, that's how they first started out doing their newsletters, is just through email. And they did some really cute emails on there, right? Just to keep touch with their clients and their leaders every single month. So that's one way. Really simple, right? You copy and paste pictures on there and add a little bit of text to make it cute, and it's free, right? So it just takes a little bit of time. Google Calendar, you guys all got a reminder to come to my event today because of Google Calendar, right? So I put your email address in there, and most of you have Gmail, so it just sent you a reminder. Text blasting is awesome. So if you can send out, I send out a text blast today for you guys to remind you to come to this chat, right? Of course, you got the reminder from Google Calendar that I sent out 1 hour before my event. I sent out a text blast and then like a few minutes before, I'm like, okay, we're starting, ... You guys got that. So that can be a text blast. But one thing you can use text blasting for is, hey guys, I'm in this challenge and I have to teach 4 classes this month. Will anyone help me out? Like, I need help. If you enlist the help, don't sound desperate, but if you need help, like, just put it out there, right? Just say, hey, I need your help this month. Could you host a class for me? People will be like, oh my gosh, I want to help her. I'm totally going to help her or him. So they would host a class for you. And I'm willing to help you host classes and come and help teach your first 1, 2 classes, and then help you teach, we'll co-teach another class, and then pretty soon you're on your own, but I'm still there helping. So, that's one way. Or, hey guys, I have these really cool products available for Valentine's Day. Send pictures. Let me know what you want out of these products, right? They're great for Valentine's Day. Easter's coming up. What else is coming up? Events, things like that. But be on top of it. Kind of think about it. The next one is Facebook. So Facebook on your business pages, 90 to 100% business, and then maybe a little bit of personal, like some funny things, like if you laugh at yourself or your kid did, went to the emergency room, that's where you spent your whole day and you were supposed to be on one of these calls, put that on there, right? That you couldn't make it to your own call because your kid was in the emergency room. So just funny anecdotal things, personal, keep personal pages mostly personal, keep business pages mostly business. Okay, so then Instagram. So I'm on Instagram. and you guys, some of you have said that you want to be on Instagram. Well, I'm going to encourage you to get onto Instagram if you're not. I believe that Instagram is the future. It's kind of like we had MySpace and then Facebook took over, and you don't ever hear about MySpace anymore, right? So I think that Instagram is going to make Facebook obsolete in the future. So just for me, I got in on Facebook really late, so I wanted to get in on Instagram kind of early so that I would know how to do it so that I wasn't too obsolete. So I just wanted to show you a few of my posts that I've done in the last couple of days. So here's my post. I don't have very many. I only have like 25 posts so far. But this is let me show you a couple that are really fun. So this one, if you can see it, it says the road to success is always under construction. And I put my Oilicious thing on there. And I made that. It took me literally probably 2 minutes to make that little thing. So what I did is I went online. I found a picture. I just on my phone. I just went to the internet. I found a picture. I'm like, that's a cool looking road. I was looking for road pictures. So I typed in road. And then I went to images. I found this cool kind of broken up road. And then I just went into one of my programs. I have 2 of them, actually 3. One of them is called Rona Designs. And I just typed in the words, and it had this cool little font, and it did it for me in like the blink of an eye. So, and then I also have another one that I use that is called, what is it? Word Swag. Word Swag is another one, and then there's one called Word Dream. And I think they were like $2.99, $1.99 for the app. You know, you can use them for always, right? So that's one that I did. And then this last couple of days, I've been doing these these Coco Chanel little ads, and you've probably seen them on Facebook. But beauty begins the moment you decide to be yourself. And then I put my little Oilicious at the bottom, kind of to label it, right? I just took it off the internet, copied the picture, added Oilicious at the bottom. Easy enough, right? Then another one that I've done, this is one was for yesterday. It said, there is time for work and time for love. That leaves no other time. So I posted that for Valentine's Day, but I put Oilicious at the top, right? But Coco Chanel's at the bottom to give her credit. And then the one that I did today, so I'm doing just a Coco Chanel week. I'll probably actually do one more next week. It's more business-minded stuff. This is more personal. But it says, elegance is when the inside is as beautiful as the outside. And then I post on there, the beauty is skin deep. So I have Coco Chanel, but I also posted Oilicious at the bottom. So I gave us both credit, right? It's so simple to do. I mean, literally less than 2 minutes to post on this. And so far I already have eight likes on it, right? And then Jen Polson, who is, she is a business coach, kind of she does energy work, but she does a lot with the oils. She does a ton of things with using the oils to release like fear from your life. And it's amazing. So she's a great coach. And I've done a couple of things with her. In fact, I went to a class a couple of weeks ago. She had one here in St. George, and it was really good. So that's what I do. I mean, I just have, you remember my 12 days of Christmas, right? Oh, and I just got a little post that says, have you seen today's new video? And that was from my doTERRA app. So we're going to talk about that in just 1 second, but I just got a reminder. But I did my 12 days of Christmas on here. You can see some of my posts. But then Avery got her braces on there, so I put that on there. Just, just to kind of keep it a little bit personal. I tell what I eat for lunch. This is another fun one that I really liked, and I'm going to be talking about it in a couple of weeks about cleansing. So this is when I first started my cleanse. I took a picture of a lemon and my mug and a bottle of lemon oil. And it says, when life gives you lemons, detox, right? So lemon oil can detox. And then it says Oilicious, and I put make 2017 great at the very bottom. So, I mean, I didn't do all of that fancy stuff. My app did it for me. It put the letters in a little circular rainbow pattern over the top of my mug, and then it had this other writing right here for the detox. And I got 24 likes on that one. So, you know, they're getting up there, and I'm getting more followers, and I'm starting to follow more people and see what they're doing. So I have a lot of other doTERRA people that follow me now, and I follow them, so I can kind of look what they're doing and maybe copy, get some ideas, right? So it's all about that. It's all about sharing. So that's Instagram. I just wanted to show you my account. It's super easy, right? And there's so many things you can just go on and find a quote. Like, I'm thinking about this today. I'm thinking about gratitude. Go on and find a quote about gratitude and post it and write your little name at the bottom of it so that people know that you really like that picture. Okay, Twitter, I'm not on Twitter. I think Donald Trump's ruined Twitter for me. You know, all his tweets. I'm serious. Like, Donald tweeted about this. Who cares, right? He's all kinds of crazy. I don't care about what he tweets. And probably half of it's not true anyway. So anyway, I got a laugh out of Kevin on that one. Okay, so I'm not on Twitter, but there are some good things about Twitter. You can repost. You can do like some little audio things and put them out there, like record your voice and put it out. I might do that at some point in time. So I haven't ruled that one out completely. The Daily Drop app. So let me show you that on my phone. The Daily Drop app looks like, let me go back. This looks like a teardrop. Let me close out so you can see it, but it's right here. You can see the little teardrop right there, right? That's what it looks like. It's called the Daily Drop. So when you open it, every day it sends me a new video. Like right now, I've been concentrating on the weight management aspect of it because I've been wanting to post more cleanse things, but it has weight management as a category, the athlete, children, spa, emotional wellness, spring cleanse, and lifestyle. So yesterday I clicked on the spring cleanse and it said, okay, tomorrow you'll get day 1. So I just wanted to kind of show you what it would look like. And it actually gives you the products that you can use. So it says Daily Drop Spring Cleanse Day 1, right? So if you push play on here, it has a video. Has all these cool things, but here's the video. I'll just show you a very small clip. Oh, I need to turn it up. Dang it. Oh, I need to turn my ringer up for the day.
The Spring Clean program is 30 days of guided cleaning that will take you through 3 phases. These phases can be repeated once or twice during the year as needed, no matter the season.
Phase 1 is activate. We start the regimen with a focus on Zendecrine to activate the body's elimination pathways to rid itself of unwanted substances. Zendecrine supports healthy function of the liver, kidneys, colon, skin, and lungs, your body's main filtering organs.
Phase 2 is reset. We reset the
So I'll just show you. So that's just one, right?
Assist.
So it has these videos that you can actually share. You can share these. Let me go back and remember if it's this one or Amplify. It might be Amplify. Maybe you can't share on this one. I think this is just mostly for your information only. But I could hold it up to my computer and let it record it, right? I don't know. So there's just lots of things that we can do, but it's basically product education. So if you haven't downloaded the Daily Drop app, you need to do that because you'll get a daily video from each of the ones that you want to be part of. Like if you're not interested at all in Spring Cleanse, like don't click on it. But as soon as you click on one like the spa, oh, see, it says, welcome to Spa Track. Come back tomorrow to start receiving new videos. Well, I clicked on it yesterday because I just wanted to start my videos coming. So I guess I'll get my first one tomorrow. But I clicked on all of them because I want them all. But anyway, I guess it just kind of gives you one video a day. I thought I could do every single one. Also says, come back tomorrow too. So at least it gave me Spring Cleanse, right? But anyway, that's one of the apps that doTERRA puts out. And then also the Hootsuite. And this looks like it says Hootsuite app. I just downloaded this. It looks like this little owl right here. But you can go into Hootsuite and you can pre-schedule your posts for Facebook. You could do an entire 2-week series of posts. Take an hour of your day to get them all ready, and then it schedules it for you and it posts it for you for the next 2 weeks. Like, how awesome is that, right? Like, okay. So then in conjunction with that, doTERRA has another app that is called Amplify. And it looks like this little guy. It's like some bars, like it's amplifying the sound. So if you click on that, it has posts that are already done for you, and you just share it. And it shares, it didn't use, I mean, it just barely started sharing to Instagram. So I'm excited about that. I was really mad when it didn't share to Instagram, but they just started it. But you can share to Facebook. But let me show you some examples. It says, spring is coming our way soon, and so are the bugs. Here's a handy tip. Dilute lemongrass and then rub or spritz on skin before going outside. And so it has this little picture, but you can share that. So even if you didn't want to make up your own posts like I've done, they're already done. You can post them right from this app. So this doTERRA Amplify is made by Hootsuite, and then they work in conjunction with each other to schedule the posts. So you do need to download both of them. Hootsuite was free. The Amplify, I want to say, was $9.99. I think I paid $8.99 or $9.99 for it, and I think that's for a year. But for me, it's worth it, right? On the days I don't have time to post, now I can post to both Instagram and to Facebook by just using this. And they're already like compliant. They have great, proper language for us. And then we just post. But it's a great way to get the products out there to people, to teach them about your favorite products. And it has, let's see, I don't even know, like the sky is the limit on how many things on here. The one that's kind of cool for spring that I'll show you that I wanted to post about. These are diffuser hair decorations. So they're basically these little clips, or you can even use clothespins, and you make them out of felt, which is wool, right? And you can make your own diffusers for your hair or for your car or whatever, but they're really springy. I thought those would be a really fun make and take class, just as an idea for you guys. So anyway, so that's Hootsuite and Amplify. And Amplify is by doTERRA. Okay, my last couple. Synduit is a new one that I just barely got. It is kind of like Infusionsoft, for those of you guys that know about Infusionsoft. Infusionsoft will cost you $199 minimum per month to be a member. And it sends out, what does it send out to you? It sends out email blasts. You can do all of these different funnels and all these different promotions and put people in different funnels, and it qualifies them if they are really super interested in doTERRA, and then you contact those people back, right? So that is more for people that have thousands upon thousands of people maybe in their team, or else they are a professional marketing person. So I did look into it. I had an Infusionsoft guy call me one time just out of the blue, got my number somehow. And I talked to him for a while, but I'm like, $199 a month? I'm not ready for that. So the Synduit is $29 per month. And I just barely signed up for it. And let me show you a couple of things with it. Before I go there, though, the last one is Mad Mimi. There's also one called, what is it? Something Chimp. Oh, MailChimp. But they do have free newsletters. They do have free email programs and templates. And so with Mad Mimi, I could have up to 500 people and not pay a penny every single month to do a monthly newsletter. I can do whatever I want just to send out, little tidbits of information to my team. But I can download my doTERRA team to it, and I do that every single month. I download my new members and make sure I've got everybody on there, and then it sends out an email to all of them. Well, I was doing for up to 500, it's free, but then I have, over 1,000 on my team now. So I have to pay $12 per month, but it's $12 per month, right? But I think Synduit now has that same capability. So I might transfer everything over to that. We'll see. I really like the look of my newsletters. I don't want it to change. I really like how they look, and I like the ease of it, and I finally know it. So I might just keep it for that $12 per month. Okay. So that's all of them. Just so you know, those are a few things. Now, that's not everything, right? But those are the things that I use currently, and I'm trying to get better at. Now let me show you. This is Synduit. I wanted to come back to it. So this is my plan that's coming up that I'm launching on February 20th. Okay, so it's called, and this is the challenge that I'm doing with you guys right now, but I just gave it a different name and I didn't even do anything. Like, this is already pre-made for me. Awesome, right? So it's called Expansion Business Mentorship Opportunity. I'm going to start this. I'm going to have the classes in the evening, just so you know. All of our classes will go in the evening time this next time around. And it might not be super awesome for some people, but I'm hoping that the people that couldn't join us this time, it might incentivize them to come over and do this one. Okay, so this is what the first day looks like. Let me show you. It's a 10-day campaign. So it's kind of all crazy over here. I have to schedule everything. Right now everything's scheduled for the 20th, but the actual mentorship opportunity starts on the, can you guys see that? Am I still sharing my screen? You got it? Okay. So then, like on my email number 1, no, let's see. I got to go to my social media number 1. Okay. So right here, if I click on this, my social media number 1, this is what it's going to say, because I did actually work on this a little bit yesterday. I am seeking a driven person who is looking to start a home-based health and wellness business and become part of my team. This is the perfect opportunity. So it kind of makes it sound like I'm targeting one person, right? This is the perfect opportunity for the right person, and I'm willing to train you. If you want to create additional streams of income, have the freedom to work from anywhere while making your own schedule, and want unlimited earning potential, then this is a must-attend event. Join me for an exclusive event on Wednesday, March 1st at 7 p.m. that will open your eyes to the power of starting a home-based business. RSVP here. So that's going to be my first social media post that goes out. It will go to my Oilicious and my Oilology pages. It probably will not go to my personal page. Again, you want to keep personal page personal, right? But then again, I struggle with that, because then I've heard all these stories where it's like, well, if you wouldn't have posted on your personal page that you do doTERRA, I wouldn't have known, and I would have never, been your top leader in the company on your team or whatever, right? So you hear all those crazy stories that happen, but I'm trying to still decide on how to do that. But for sure, I'm posting it on Oilicious and Oilology. So, and then if you want a Twitter message, it has a Twitter message over here too. If you want to send that out, I don't have Twitter, but maybe I should. And then let me go back to show you. So it's a scheduled post. It's going out. If you go down here at the bottom, it's going out on 2/20. So this month, in just a few days, it's going out at 9 a.m. my time, right? So they have the whole day to see it on my Facebook. So if we go back, so that one's done. And then you go like to social media number 2. And I just wanted to quickly show you how this one looks. Where is it? I wish they were all together. They're all mixed up. But it even has emails too. So you'll download your email list to here too. So it has like email 1, email 2. Where's social media 2? Oh, right there. So, I'm hosting an exclusive event on Wednesday, March 1st at 2 p.m. Oh, I need to change that. It needs to say 7 p.m. Sorry, guys. Let me hurry and change that. And in preparation for this life-changing experience, please answer the following question. How do you define determination? If you are curious about the event, please direct message me. Oh my gosh, Burlington, Virginia. No, Burlington, Vermont. I hope it's a business client, right, from Vermont. That would be awesome. Okay, so it's probably a sales call. So I'm going to schedule this post, and it's going to be at 7 p.m., but I want the post to go out on 2/21, the next day at 9 a.m. I'm going to save that. So you can see like there's 10 social media posts and there's like 4 email posts, but it does it for you, and it has it in this really cool, it has one of those little cool pictures. I wonder if I can show you what the actual campaign looks like. Let me hurry and see if I can show you. But this is really cool, guys. Like if you don't want to do your own PowerPoints, there are PowerPoints on here. You can do webinars. You can do social media. It has trigger emails. It has live event things going on. Let's see, live event, social media. Okay, so social media, essential oil mixes and uses, right? So let me show you what the campaign files look. Oh, here's the introduction. Oh, maybe not. Why not? Why can't I open it? I don't know why I can't open it. Campaign files. Maybe because I haven't decided to add it to my cart yet. Like, I just downloaded this 2 days ago, so I'm still trying to figure it out. But then it says, oh, I love this. Look, it says Mommy and Me Oil Party. And it actually tells you what to do. How cool is that, right? Like Mommy and Me event. Who wouldn't want to join that online? So I'm going to do a Facebook Live class for the first time next Wednesday. Am I scared? Yes, I am. It's new. It's scary, but it'll be fun. So I'm doing a Facebook Live class. Oh my goodness. Next Wednesday at, I think I decided to do 7 p.m. So I think I'll post that to my, probably do my Oilicious page, to be honest. Actually, I think I created an event for it. Let me see what I did. I have so many things going on. I've got to try to remember what I'm doing. Okay, so let me go to Oilicious. But I think I did. I think I made it an event. Oh, maybe not. Events. Let's see. Where does it have my events coming up? But anyway, it's called Intro to Essential Oils. And I have a PowerPoint that goes with it. But if I'm going to be live, I'll probably be the only one that's watching my PowerPoint and just talking through it from my computer screen. So I'll be talking into my camera, but looking at my notes on the screen. So that's how I'm going to do that. And I don't know where I put it, but I swear I created it. Let me see if it says events. Oh, here we go. Intro to Essential Oils, New Year, New You online event. So basically, the people that tune into this event next Wednesday night, and you can invite your peeps to it, everyone that you want to be on, invite your people, but you can just, if they listen to it and they love the class, at the very end of it, I'm going to say, okay, if you want to order 100 PV, $100 in oils this month, and you do the same next month, then the following month, you get $100 in free products from doTERRA. And they only do this a couple of times a year, at the beginning and at the end. And so I might even say that, right? They do this one time a year. No, but it is awesome because they spend $200, but they get $100 in free. And it's only for brand new essential oil users. Okay, so I got this picture off of Google. I just typed in introduction to essential oils and they had all these pictures and I picked one. So pretty cool, right? I might have even got off of Sindua. I can't remember, but I just copied and pasted it. So that is an online event that I'm having for you guys next Wednesday. So invite your friends to it. Let me teach a class for you, right? Yes, right? Let me teach this class for you. And you can invite your people to it. And we'll talk about at the very end how they can get started with doTERRA and get their $100 in free products for spending $200. But remember, again, that by you inviting the people to this, if they sign up and they do the 2 months, automatically you get the Fast Start matching from me, right? So you're going to benefit double. doTERRA is going to send you a check. I'm going to send you a check for adding people to your team. So let's do this. Let's do this class. And I might start doing this like once a week or something just to get you guys to teach a class for you, for those that are not local to me, and get more people added into our organization and teaching them about essential oils. So I just put on the details, I will be teaching the basics of essential oil usage that every home can benefit from. I will cover the 10 oils, blends, and the family essentials and the home essentials kits. This is a great way to be introduced to essential oils. It is a New Year, New You event. You will have the opportunity to receive at least $100 in free products from your wish list. Please join us. So That's coming up next Wednesday night, and it's going to be Facebook Live. You'll just see my face. Maybe I'll put my banner behind me on the wall that has like the lavenders. I don't know. But it's going to be pretty simple, pretty straightforward, answer the basics of how to, what are essential oils, how to use them, and the 10 basic oils every home needs. And so that's like my main focus on that. Any questions for me from today? As my voice cracks. Any questions? Any comments? Any ideas that sprang up from our conversation today? Any aha moments? Anyone? Bueller? Okay. Well, let me make sure, let me hurry and make this big to see if we had any questions that came up. Oh, how do I make this big? I don't know how I make this large. Oh, probably because I'm sharing my screen. So let me stop the share. There we go. Okay, so if we don't have any questions, what I can do is I can actually turn this off. If you guys want to stay on, you can ask your questions without being recorded. Let me see if there's any other chat. I just said hello. Okay, I like how Kevin did say this. He said, there still is proof and value in having face-to-face interaction with people. And I agree. I do agree with that. People want to know you. They want to have a relationship with you. So there is positive benefit to that. You do want local people on your team. It's fun. It's fun to have get-togethers at coffee shops and restaurants and in your own home. It's great to have your circle of influence that's close by to you to widen. But also, you know, we have to have a way to reach people that aren't there. So as an example, I'll use Kevin as an example that, you know, he is from the Midwest. He is from Ohio, right, Kevin? Ohio, I believe.
My wife is from Ohio. I'm from Chicago.
Chicago, Illinois. There we go. Okay. So they have family and friends there. Like he might want to think about inviting some of them to this free class that's an hour long that maybe, you know, if he knows, they know that somebody else is teaching it and that takes the pressure off of him and like, come and listen to this. This is my upline leader. She's going to be talking about essential oils and how they can benefit your home. Then that'll be awesome, right? So let me teach the people that are out of town, and the people that want to just tune in their PJs, right? That's the joy about this is Facebook Live and Facebook classes. You can just do a Facebook class with just posts. You don't even have to show your face on there. You can have your voice if you want it to, but a lot of times it's just posts. You like post one post per hour, and that's how you schedule it. It's through the Hootsuite program. And so there's so many ways to do this, guys. The sky is the limit, but I think we really do need to hone in and like narrow down the possibilities to just one or two that you want to utilize right now. Like, what is the most important thing that you want to do in your business right now? If I've given you so many options, I don't want you to feel overwhelmed. I want you to feel like empowered and I can do this. So, you know, just let's narrow it down to one, maybe two things that we're going to start doing. I like the studies idea. I really like that because I'm new to this neighborhood. I don't know my neighbors. So it's kind of an extra way for me to get out there and get to know my neighbors, right? But if they have any health concerns at 10 o'clock at night, they can knock on my door and come over and get a sample. Like, I want to be that person, you know? So there's lots of different ways this business can look. And that's what I love about it is the diversity and the options that are available. No two businesses are going to look the same. None of us, we're all individuals anyway. Let's have individual businesses. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and shut off the recording for today. Thank you for joining us. Do you want to stay on and ask any questions at the end? You can. Remember that next Wednesday we have our 4th call, which is on the 22nd. And technically, that'll be our last call, but we'll have our, I don't know how we'll do that because I think I had it ending on the 28th. No, March 1st. I have it ending on March 1st. So our next video chat will be next week. That'll be our last phone call for this group, but our actual challenge will finish out on the 1st of March. So last call next week at 12 o'clock my time. Also, 7 o'clock in the evening will be that live class. No pressure for me. No pressure for me. But I'll be teaching that live class for all of your people. So get them on there. I'll start sending out invitations to it for you guys. And you can just copy and paste and do a text blast and get it out there. But yeah, let's really follow up on this because this is a free class that I'm teaching for you. So let's get on it. Have a great week. Remember to check in with me on Facebook each day and tell me what you're doing in the morning and tell me what you did that whole day long in the evening on one comment. So make a comment on my daily post and a reminder to have a weekly mentoring session with me so I can catch up and know exactly how you're doing towards your goals. So have a great week and we'll talk to you soon.